Andrew Campbell here, and the 2018 Softail lineup is the whole buzz of Los Angeles. Not only the dealer meeting, but the entire city and state is coming down with the new cruiser lineup. And what comes with that is putting more power between your legs. We talk about that all the time. Stage 1 through 4, the new counterbalance motor for Softail. And once again, I brought in my expert. I brought in Scott Miller, who's going to talk to us about the new motor for Softail and what P&A is offering to make you go down the road a little bit faster and looking a little bit more cooler. Appreciate you joining us, Scott.
Hey, Andrew, thanks.
What we got going on?
So, I mean, you guys have seen and felt what the Milwaukee 8 does in the touring model. Imagine all that performance, right, in a bike that weighs 200 pounds less. I mean, the power to weight ratio, as I mentioned last night, is unbelievable with these bikes. Not only that, they're 30 pounds plus lighter than they were their predecessors from the year prior. So, again, all that same performance you felt. We've got stage 1 through 4 to pick it up from there. So, we've got a head start with intake, exhaust, cams, stage 3 big bore kits, all the way up through stage 4 where you're doing CNC ported heads, bigger throttle body, a matched cam set for that. So we're talking like over 122 horsepower on these bikes. Again, 200 pounds less. All that power to weight ratio is just outstanding. The stiffness of the chassis is 90% better than Dyna, 90% stiffer than Dyna. So all that you feel on the road. I got the chance to actually ride these bikes in May on the racetrack, and we did a back-to-back comparison with the predecessor and the new model, and I was blown away. It exceeded my expectations of what I thought you would actually feel. This is more than just dropping the new engine in the Softail chassis. It's so much bigger than that. It was a ground-up change. So having that proven power that we've got with the Milwaukee 8 in now a totally new chassis where you can ride it like it's supposed to be ridden is unbelievable. I think that speaks to just our development that we put into it. I mean, it was new last year, but we were working on it for 4 years building up to that. So it speaks to how ready we are before we were launching a product. We've gone through all the testing, and not only the original equipment engine, but we're doing the same things with Screamin Eagle. So we've got the benefit of working right alongside the OE team, running our upgrades through the same testing and making sure they're meeting the same expectations.
All right, Scott, obviously we have a lot of options when it comes to putting power in the motor. From even the stock motor is something that no one could imagine the power when you saw it last year. But you guys got 4 stages at launch, something that no other manufacturer is really doing out there, even in their own space. So stage 1, what is a customer looking to do with their bike in stage 1?
Stage 1 is like the foundation of performance upgrades. So with stage 1, you're increasing the air into the engine and increasing the flow out of it through exhaust. So it's the foundation of the upgrades because you have to do that before you go to 2, 3, or 4. So you do that, you get an ECM calibration. I mean, this customer is looking for a change in style, like changing intake and exhaust, a little bit crisper throttle response, up to about a 10% performance increase, and then it's open from there to go 2, 3, and 4.
So stage 1 I'm hearing is that high flow air cleaner, the exhaust, we're adjusting the computer a little bit up to 10% more power. Stage 2, what are you introducing in the stage 2? What are additional things we add in the motor?
So with stage 2 is where we change the cam. By doing a cam upgrade, we can really target the power at either a mid-range torque or a high RPM horsepower. So we've got a lot of customers who ride differently. They might not rev the bike to the red line. So we've got solutions for all those different types of customers. And by doing different stage 2 kits, we can target those performance upgrades. On Milwaukee 8, you're talking about up to a 20 horsepower improvement.
So that's actually a really good point, guys. Whether it's horsepower or torque, it's your riding style. So whether you're hitting the freeway or you're in the mountains, doing those switchbacks, needing every little pound of torque you need to get through it, it's important how you set up that bike. Right. So obviously we've had a lot of demand for the stage 3s and 4s because people aren't just getting enough of it. So when we go to a stage 3 kit, Scott, what are we doing now?
So stage 3 is all about going to a bigger engine. We go bigger by increasing the displacement and increasing compression. So that really, we do that. We have a matched cam set, or a matched cam for that to deliver the best power for that combination. And the stage 3 upgrades really increase performance throughout the entire RPM range.
So we're talking cylinders and pistons, is that right?
We offer, that comes with big bore cylinders, a higher compression forged piston.
So displacement's gone up. So from 107 we've gone up to 114, is that correct?
You can take any 107 to a 114 or a 114 to a 117.
Wow, guys, that's significant. So The Mac Daddy of them all is obviously the Stage 4, and I know out of all our stores, we've been running those to the dyno almost weekly because it's just that rock solid.
Yeah.
When we go to a Stage 4 kit, what parts are they putting on the bike? What else is changing?
So Stage 4 is about going after the high RPM horsepower. With Stage 4, we're really getting down to the fine details and squeezing every last bit out of that engine. When we do Stage 4, we're typically targeting higher flowing, higher velocity air cylinder heads and throttle bodies. So with Milwaukee 8, we have our own unique casting, actually. It's a CNC ported casting to increase the velocity of the air into the engine. And then to match that, we have a 64 millimeter throttle body, which just it's like a giant sewer pipe, basically, to feed air into that engine. Yeah, that's one of the ways that you can win with Screamin' Eagle, basically, because you're not jeopardizing any of the reliability, durability you would expect out of the bike. It speaks to the integration that we have alongside original equipment to basically offer this thing as a factory or as a factory-backed option. It's also all 50 state compliant, so everything that we launch going forward out of Screamin' Eagle comes out of the gate 50 state compliant. Doesn't jeopardize your warranty. It's all covered.
So Stage 1, 2, 3, and 4, I mean, the horsepower gains, the torque gains that we're talking about is substantial. There's nothing to even, to laugh about. On top of that, we have the Screamin' Eagle tuner that puts all that together. And the cool thing about the tuner is we can keep adjusting, calibrated on all our dynos at our store. So we always can tweak it no matter what we need to get for the customer, which is awesome.
Yeah.
That's something that you guys, I know, really recommend doing.
Yeah.
So that's something that's really important to it. In addition to that, I mean, the exhaust options are great, but if I'm remembering correctly, Harley also has their own high flow exhaust from the cylinders all the way back now. Is that correct?
Yeah, we offer a full exhaust system for touring models. That moves the catalyst from the right side of the collector back into the mufflers to increase flow. And it's a full stainless hand welded exhaust system. It's really a piece of art.
So when you're thinking Screamin' Eagle, performance is only going up. The rumors are gone. I mean, whether it's exhaust, intake, Stage 4 kits, Screamin' Eagle product line is the one-stop shop for putting more horsepower in your life.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you, Scott.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We're so excited about the product. All the bikes have been shipping to our stores daily. So come by, take a test ride. I'm sure we'll be putting some stage kits and some bikes shortly. So come see us.